Hey guys, it's Trina, and today I am answering all of your BookTube related questions that y'all sent in for my 1K Q&A. Again, thank you so much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers, and thank you so much to everyone that asked a question for this Q&A. This is part 2 of my Q&A, so part 1 was all of the book related questions, and I will put a card right up there if you want to check that out if you missed it. Sarah Ella said, I'd love to know any tips you have for newbie booktubers like me on gaining more subscribers, or any booktube advice you have in general. Sarah Ella, I think that you are doing everything right. You do Tuesday Talks, Top 5 Wednesdays, which are great discussion groups. You do tags and giveaways and discussions. I feel like you've just got it down. You have a lot of content. You have such a cheerful personality on camera. You seem really comfortable with the camera, and you always respond to every comment you get. So you are doing everything right, Sarah Ella. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. There is absolutely no formula for getting subscribers. I have no idea what it is. For me, I think that probably what has helped me get any of the subscribers that I ever had from the beginning or up till now is just, I know that I started out and still do kind of put out a lot of videos, probably more than average. I think at one point I was putting up like 4 videos a week, and I mean, that is very time consuming on my end, but I would just be motivated and wanted to get stuff out there, and just by default having more content is more opportunities for more people to find you, and maybe they see something that they like. I know that not everybody can put out a lot of content like that, and there are channels that they put up like 1 video every 3 weeks and they get like 3,000 subscribers in their first month. So I really have no idea what the formula is. Like, it's so different for everybody. Now, in terms of general advice for what I might say to someone who hasn't yet started a channel, because Sarah, you're a little bit past this because you have been around for several months, but someone who is nervous about actually starting BookTube and wondering if anyone will watch your videos. My advice for that is make your first video something along the lines of being titled BookTube Introduction or BookTube Newbie Tag. I have a new to BookTube tag, something that says new or introduction in the title, because that is a very big keyword that gets a lot of hits. There are people that do go on YouTube and just search for BookTube Introduction or BookTube Newbies, and I think a lot of people will find your channel in the early days because of stuff like that. It makes it just very clear that you are here as a new member of the community, instead of starting out with something that is like a book review, which those just naturally will get fewer hits because it's more specific like keywords. And also, very key part is look up new channels yourself and comment on other new channels, and then they will probably see you and they will start commenting back and finding you and subscribing to you. There are a ton of videos out there for tips on starting a BookTube channel, so if you haven't already searched for those, definitely check some of those out. I think that Kaz from Little Book Owl has created an entire playlist of just tons of different booktubers' advice on how to start a BookTube channel, so I will put a link to that playlist down below, because that is something that I found right before I started my channel, and I found a lot of those videos really helpful. Next question. Okay, Mariana asked, what are your favorite and least favorite things about making videos? My favorite thing about making videos is seeing the entire project go from just an idea in my head to notes, and then actually filming it, editing it, and having it come out in a way that either is just what I expected or even exceeds my expectations. It's just so fulfilling to see something go from idea to being an actual end product. It's always a great feeling for me. Least favorite parts about creating videos, I've had a lot of technical difficulties in my time, and it's caused a lot of stress. Like, I almost quit a few times in just like my first month because there were things that I really struggled with figuring out. How do you do this? And sometimes I feel like I just get stuck creatively, like I don't know what kind of ideas maybe I want to work on next. Maybe I feel like I'm out of ideas. Like, I always have a list of ideas of videos I know I want to do that have been ideas for like 6 months and I've never gotten around to them, because when I sit down and I'm like, yeah, I need to film this idea today, the motivation just does not come, and that's just, I don't know, I hate that feeling, so that's definitely my least favorite. Karen asked, what is your favorite video that you've done so far and your least favorite? I really love this question. My favorite video so far, I've made a lot of videos that I feel like are getting better and better like as my channel grows, but the video that really sticks out in my mind as favorite, like most fun to make and most fun to look back on and watch even now, was my Harry Potter tag video, because I dressed up like Hermione for that one, and that was just a fun experience. It was just kind of an idea I had, like, you know what, I have a DIY Hermione costume in my closet and I'm gonna wear that for this video. I thought that it might be a terrible cheesy idea, but I thought that that video turned out really well, especially because it was one of my earlier videos. I feel like that video was kind of the point where I was like, okay, I can do this editing thing, I can make it work. So that one sticks out for me as one of my favorite videos. And as a least favorite video, this video no longer exists on my channel because it's so least favorite that I have deleted it since, but it was my third video I ever uploaded, and it was my Christmas BookTube-a-thon wrap-up. That video was just a mess because I recorded it at night, so lighting was terrible, and then my husband was asleep in the other room, so I was talking kind of low, and the dishwasher was going in the other room, so the sound quality and the lighting quality were just horrible. And then I started doing impressions, and I thought I was so funny, and I just did not come off at all in a cute way, and I got really embarrassed about that video about a month or two ago, and I was like, why did I upload that? So I ended up deleting it. Derek asks, what was the biggest learning curve you had to overcome when you first started with your channel? Definitely the technical stuff, like editing programs, what can this editor do or not do. I have to rely on image overlays because so many of my books are from the library and I don't currently have them. Windows Movie Maker was the editing program I started out with, and that does not allow you to do any kind of image overlays, and I was looking up different ways to kind of get around that in Windows Movie Maker using other programs and editing it there and then piecing it all back together in Movie Maker, and it was just ruining the quality of the videos, and I got so frustrated with it. I tried to make this one video like 5 or 6 times, and I really had a moment of, I can't do this. I can't do what I want to do, and maybe I should just quit BookTube altogether if it's not going to turn out the way that I want it to. There's always something that I wish I could do in editing that I just don't seem to be able to do, so I kind of feel like it is a little bit ongoing, just making the end result look like how I want it to look in my head. But in the beginning, the technical stuff was really bad. Not just the editing either, but like learning camera settings and figuring out when and where to film. I don't know, it was all just steep learning curve for me. Those are all of the BookTube related questions I got for the Q&A, and because it kind of took me a little while to answer each one, and what I'm going to do is split the Q&A yet again. So those are all of the BookTube questions. Don't forget to check out part 1, which were the book related questions, and part 3, which are the personal questions, will be probably coming tomorrow or within the next couple of days. If you have any questions about any of my answers from this video, please leave those down below and I will answer you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the comments. Bye!